Welcome back, everyone, to the Pouring Rain podcast. I'm Bert,
I am Ken Shaba.
Scott Balls.
and boy, we have some crypto news for you guys. The SEC apparently got hacked. Coin Bureau confirmed, and they hold $2.5 billion worth of none other than Dogecoin.
Let's get right into it.
What do you think about this?
Fucking scumbags.
It sounds just about right that they would hold the coin with the least amount of utility. It doesn't even have its own blockchain.
It's so bad.
Fucking assholes.
But that's the thing.
They own a meme coin.
I wonder what would happen. What's going to happen when this gets, I guess makes
Nothing.
the rounds.
Nothing's gonna happen.
You don't think the money they'll go up or down? Like
It might go
I want to
up.
dump. I don't have any Dogecoin, but I will dump the shit out of it.
What's it at right now?
Yeah.
Hold on. What's Dogecoin at right now?
6 cents.
It's right around because it's usually right around 6 or 7 cents. Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, what is the highest it got to?
42.
No, it was it was almost 75 cents.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I sold at like 50 cents.
Yeah.
I bought it at
There's
7.
a lot of people that made a shitload of money.
I made a
off
decent
that
amount.
shit, dude.
Yeah. Everybody made money. Even my
Yeah.
brother-in-law
Oh.
made money. Jess made money.
It's at 9 cents right now.
Look
So
at
it
that.
actually
See,
jumped
I
up.
told you it did
Yep.
jump up. I fucking knew it.
It's up 17.5%.
People have no idea what's going on, man. It's like, why would you? That means people are clamoring for it. They're demanding it. Like, what
Right.
the fuck, man?
it's all-
If the SEC holds it, you should fucking dump it. Not financial advice,
Right. Correct.
but get rid of your
Highly
Doge.
suggest.
Not financial advice, but get rid of your Doge. I don't know, man. Like, will they make it something because they own it? Like, do you know what I'm saying? They could do
does-
whatever they
They
want.
could. Yeah, they could.
They can implement it in a way.
I'm so
however they
curious of
want.
why they did that. Like, why? But
They
is
own a
it that
cor-
your is that your that much of your lack of understanding of it?
Probably, but they the thing is, that dude Gary Gensler is not a dumbass. He might be an asshole, but he's not a dumbass. He taught blockchain at Harvard.
Oh wow,
You know what I'm saying?
But
So he
that's the thing is-
knows.
that's right.
Is
Maybe
he the
he
one
knows-
making these purchases? This is what I'm saying. Is like, who is making the?
Well, who knows when they got it? Because he's only been in there for what, 2 years?
Yeah,
He got in there after the pandemic, I think.
exactly. So I don't even know if he has anything to do with that.
I wonder.
The actual, buying of the Dogecoin or anything.
But you should have been like, let's get rid of this immediately. I don't know. I just it's some fishy shit. You know what I mean? But it's always something fishy
That's
with fucking
wild.
government bodies. I know.
$2.5 billion.
2.5 billion, a quarter of the entire circulating supply. They own a quarter of it.
Do as we say, not what we do.
It's almost embarrassing.
Dude,
That's exactly what it is.
it is embarrassing.
It's like it's not
Aren't
almost.
you embarrassed?
Aren't you embarrassed?
I'd be embarrassed.
Be ashamed of yourself owning that much.
I want to
fucking
know if
Doge.
there was like. I would like to know if there's a play behind that. Like,
I want to know what
There
else
has
they
to be.
got.
You-
They have
you
like
know there is.
Coin
like,
Bureau. He showed like a pie chart, and he just showed like it was like wallet addresses, and this wallet was rumored to be Elon Musk's
okay.
because it had so much Dogecoin, and he's always fucking talking
Right.
about it.
Right.
But does he know something that we don't? Like, has he been trying to push it? Like, what the fuck's going on? I feel like you don't own it for nothing. Like, you can't be that dumb.
Nah,
Do you know what I'm
right,
saying?
Right.
Like, there has to be some fucking something going on. I mean, I don't know.
You got to
It
think.
just-
You got to think for anybody, especially a government agency, to make a purchase of that magnitude. They're in contact with somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Well,
in
I'm
terms of
sure they
crypto.
didn't purchase
They
it.
have to be, dude.
I'm sure they didn't purchase it recently. They've had it for
Right.
a while. But
Yeah.
is that why it bumped up so high? Like, I don't know, man. It just makes me fucking not trust anything.
It's just more. I'm telling you guys, you come out of your bubble. Just do a little bit. Just look around. There's no reason to trust the
No,
government.
there is no reason.
There's
There is
more reasons every day to come out to not
zero
trust
reasons.
them.
This just happened Saturday, so I
Shit's
just got
sad,
wind of
man.
it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Of all things to hold, I was hoping it was some. And the thing is, was I hoping for something that I had? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're wondering what they're gonna do with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you gonna turn this into? Like
Well,
you
the
said,
only-
it already jumped up a little bit.
The only
It's
thing
like
that
a
would make
30% jump.
sense, yeah. Well, the only thing that would make sense for them to be holding is Bitcoin, because they already
Yeah,
said
that's
they're
what I
not.
would
Like,
think,
that makes
yeah.
perfect sense. It's like, all right,
Not
this
going
is
after it.
the only thing we're saying we're not going after.
Watch them
right.
dump that Dogecoin on the fucking market. I'm telling you, man.
Who
It's
gives a
fucking-
shit? No one wants that shit anyway.
No, but it's gonna drive the price down. So whoever fucking just bought it right
Oh,
now
yeah,
because
yeah.
they think the government owns it for
Yeah.
some fucking great reason, then they dump it on the market. They dump a quarter of it back on. That shit'll go down to 2 cents.
That's wild to wield that much power over shit. Like,
Well, it's the privilege that they have. Like, it's just like the insider trading.
yeah,
You know what I mean, maybe you're happy this news went out. Now your shit jumped up 30%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now it's more than 2.5 billion.
yeah.
We have $2.5 billion. A 30% jump is huge. A fucking 1% jump
Yeah,
is huge.
right, right.
Scott, do you know the difference between $1 million and $1 billion?
No, I thought you did.
No. I don't math well.
I don't math well.
All right, what else is going on? I know
It's
you
a
guys-
bunch of zeros.
A comma.
That's my bank account. It's a bunch of zeros. There's nothing in the front though.
3 zeros.
What is it? Like people write us 0.00. Somebody at the bar, remember they did tip cash though. It was
Yeah.
awesome, but I had never seen anybody put none on
None.
the tip line.
Somebody wrote that.
Just wrote
They
none.
tipped cash.
Oh,
Most people put cash tip and then
Right,
they put the
right.
total on the credit card.
None.
None. That was great. I was like none. I was like, this is the first
that's
time I've
actually
ever
funny.
seen that. Yeah, like I don't know, man. We had a guy that used to put math. Remember? He used to just put a big ass total and he just put math on the tip.
Really?
Yeah. It's like you do the math. I'm not doing the math.
Math.
It'd be like random amounts too. Like he was a good tipper, but it'd be like
Yeah.
$76.
Right.
Something crazy like that on.
I don't feel like adding this shit with this change.
It's like you do it. You do more work.
There's no. Were you there when the old dude was trying to figure out his fucking dad the other night?
Oh no, this sounds.
Me and Guido?
sad.
He stared at his fucking check for like 15 minutes, and Guido's like, he's like, this fucking guy's fucking.
Did you ask? Did you guys?
He's like,
ask
what's 20% of this? And I was like, how did you make it this long in life?
Right. And then you don't possess a
What do you
phone, or probably don't know your phone has a calculator on it.
That's what I'm saying.
You move the decimal and then you multiply by 2.
Right, right.
The weirdest part about it was how drunk he was off of Miller Highlight or Michelob Ultralights. I'm like, how did you even do that? How did you even drink enough to get drunk?
How's that possible?
Carb loading.
Right? Carb loading.
It, I don't know how people like. I feel like light beer just makes you pee.
Yeah, it doesn't get you drunk.
Dude. Yeah.
Doesn't get you drunk at all.
Like, you have to be a super lightweight to get fucked up off of Michelob Ultralight
Yeah.
with no shots involved. You know,
Yeah, that's wild.
you have to be
Fucking
special.
Crazy. All right, like before we get into government news, I gotta get high because I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna have
That's
to
a
get
good
high for this
idea.
shit.
That is a
Because
fantastic
I don't
idea.
know anything that's about to go down. I'm just gonna react to it. But we got
Same.
we got a little mystery pre-roll here.
I like a
We're
mystery.
gonna do up. I would have hit the bong, but you know, this is sold already. By the way, you can grab any of these for what, $100?
$100.
Whenever we make a a site and them readily available for you.
Never seen a bong like this.
Nah, that's nice.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Top tier. High
I like
quality.
it. And yes, it still bings. It's everybody's question.
The bell's broken.
Yeah.
Like, how would it break?
It's not a bell. It's not a bell, you moron. No, but it like people ask. Like I was like, yo, look what my boy made. You know what I mean? We got these bottles, yada yada yada.
Does it
Everybody's
still
like,
make
does
the
it still
bell sound?
bing? That's what they say, bing. Does it still bing? Yeah, it bings. You fucking. That's what you're worried about. I'm worried about this cool ass bong.
Right.
I was telling
Out of a Clase Azul.
I was telling Will, so I had them all in my garage, and Jake and his friends were all over because they were working on dirt bikes and shit.
Right.
And the kid's like hitting the thing, he couldn't get it to do it. He's like, dude, the bell's broken. I'm like, your fucking brain is broken, dude. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not. First of all, it's not a bell, okay? It's because you won't have it in the right spot. You're not hitting it in the right spot.
Right, right.
Like, that's it. He's like, can I have one? Yeah, motherfucker, you can pay for one just like everybody else.
Right.
Fuck you think this is?
Can I have one?
Can I have one? You're funny.
Yes.
It's a mystery weed. We're gonna see what this entails.
See what it do.
Watch it be awesome, and then we don't know what it is. That's how it always happens. We're like, oh, that was shit weed. I don't care what it is, but it's always good. And you're like, what the fuck was that, dude? If you guys, Gary Payton, that weed strain, the best name. It's still one of the best day weeds I've ever smoked.
It is.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
It makes you want to do things. Like, it makes you want to, like,
it was.
clean the house.
I was very
and,
productive.
you know,
But
work
I
on
was
something.
chilling, happy, fucking.
Very, very productive.
All the qualities you want in a great weed.
Productive herbs.
Really good strain. Gary Payton. If you guys come across it, get it.
Get it.
All
right.
48 of you.
All right, so I'm gonna play this clip
Let's get to this shit.
and piss you guys all off. Piss the entire world off.
I'm ready to get mad.
I hope so.
Listen up, kids.
Let's go back. Here we go.
Probably know it as the TikTok ban bill, but it does so much more than just that. It actually does more than any bill I think we've ever seen. I encourage everyone to read it by going here and clicking the text tab, but here are the main takeaways. Or an adversary.
This is, by the way, I'm sorry, like you can't see the link and everything, but this is Bill S686. If you want to look it up,
TikTok?
it's they're calling it the TikTok ban bill. It's called the Restrict Act, but it's kind of based around TikTok, but there's a lot more.
It's
to
very loosely based.
very loosely. They're using that as the front of it all.
Of course. There we go.
Hit it.
Adversaries can change by definition, but a few are already listed. They are the People's Republic of China, including Hong Kong, Special Administration Region, the Republic of Cuba, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and of course, the Russian Federation and Venezuela under the regime of Nicolas Maduro Moros. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but these definitions can change at any time. The bill covers hardware technology like modems, routers, and home cameras, and virtual tech like VPNs, and basically bans them if they are manufactured by or used to contact and deal with foreign adversaries. Speaking of VPNs, using VPNs to bypass banned apps such as TikTok is made a criminal act under this bill, and the penalty is a minimum imprisonment of 20 years and a minimum fine of $250,000 or $1 million, depending if you knowingly did so to access banned content. The bill gives the federal government the power to monitor any activity used by these suspected devices, virtual or otherwise. Essentially, they can monitor what you are doing at home 24/7 without even informing you. This includes things such as routers, video games, streaming apps, smart thermostats, Ring cameras, basically anything that uses the internet. Now, the real terrifying part of all of this, as if that all wasn't terrifying enough, is that the bill goes on to state that this will happen by the president appointing a secretary of communication. That secretary then forms a group on their own without any voter input whatsoever.
On their own.
This group can have meetings behind closed doors. They don't have to disclose anything. They can ban and deem anything inappropriate or a risk to security at any moment in time. And if they do, they can go through your instant messages, your emails, text, basically anything that uses the internet, and they can censor it. So in summary, this bill can effectively ban anything the government deems inappropriate extremely quickly without warning. The ramifications of this range from breaking up mass communication methods to even watching the cameras in your home, aka spying on you. It really is that bad, and I am not speaking in hyperbole. Please contact your reps. I have a video on my TikTok ban playlist on how to find your representatives and tell them if they vote for this, you will support their opponents in their next primary. If I missed anything in this bill, please let me know in the comments. Share this information with anyone and everyone. I will be covering this bill and the TikTok ban throughout, so to stay informed, please make sure to follow. How we use the internet is about...
That is the most terrifying fucking thing.
Dude, anything that accesses
They want to
the
watch me
internet.
fart on my Ring camera.
Well, that's not what they're going to see. I mean, I'm sure that... But yeah.
I'll send it to you, bro.
Voluntarily, I'll send it to you.
Tell you what,
Fucking
Biden,
asshole.
you can have my fart videos. You piece of shit.
But the control, man, it's out in the open. It's fucking... They're not hiding
Dude,
a goddamn
it's the
thing.
The removal of the mask, dude. The veil is being...
The thing is, what can we do
Yes.
about it? Like,
Yeah,
I want to know
That right there.
what-
You can write to your representatives and be like, dude, we're not. If you fucking vote for this,
Yeah,
I'm gonna make sure that everybody I know knows that you voted for this.
that's right.
And I'm gonna know. I'm gonna go. We're gonna cause fucking shit to happen. We're gonna make sure you're out of office, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
right. Like you said, it made you right.
I'm good.
I got to write one too.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to hear, if you
Yeah,
want to
me
hear,
too.
this is what I read, or this is what I wrote. So I actually wrote to my congressman. Where's that? There we go. All right. So, Representative Van Drew, I'm writing you today to express my strong opposition to Bill S.686, better known as the Restrict Act. If you have not yet, I encourage you to read the bill in its entirety and pay close attention to the vague language it uses. Not only does this bill infringe on the First Amendment, but also would allow the Secretary of Commerce to start a cyber war without any oversight whatsoever. If he or she deems necessary without any oversight. By now, I'm sure you know the majority of Americans feel like their elected officials are failing them on both sides of the aisle. We need our representatives to start thinking about what is best for us, the people. That's it. I left that. It's short and sweet.
Solid ass letter. Short, yeah. Straight
Because
to the
this
point.
isn't good for us.
No,
It's not good for fucking.
No, this is the worst thing I've maybe heard since I've been alive.
It's
I'm not even joking.
it's shitty on so many levels because think about like you have kids now, they can watch your kids fucking in the house, like that shit's creepy. You know what I mean? Just the gathering of the information is creepy. Like I know they're not
The
like,
amalgamation.
but I have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I have nothing to hide from the government.
Yeah.
Like I know I have nothing to hide from the government, but
I don't want these motherfuckers watching me, dude.
Yeah.
I don't need you in my house. I don't want you in my house.
I probably don't want you to own your house,
Yo,
motherfucker. Because you're allowed to have cameras in your own property, on your property.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
you guys
That's why
are
I don't
gonna,
want you to own shit.
you guys are gonna keep thinking we're crazy, and keep thinking we're crazy, and I know I've just explicitly said on this platform, on multiple platforms, that I believe this is the attempt at subverting the country into a totalitarian state. And from COVID on to that nonsense, that scary ass shit that we just listened to, I don't see where that's an incorrect statement. Like
hear
what, dude? They just put a smart thermostat on the house because I was the guy, he knocks on the door and he's like, yeah, we're just installing the thermostats. I'm like, oh, the smart ones, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, do we have any option to not have that? He's like, not really, no. And I'm like, all right. Like, what am I gonna say to him? You know what I mean? Like, I guess, don't change it, or then they'll have a reason to. They'll make up a reason. The gas company will make up a reason on why you have to, because whatever technology is not going to be compatible, because of whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be able to do what the fuck they want to do regardless. And it's just, dude, we really do have to speak up now. Like that letter, like everybody needs to do that. Because if you imagine all of our elected officials get hundreds of letters, right, or thousands of letters like that, and those thousands of people all saying they're going to tell everybody they know to do the same thing, that's where they'll start moving differently.
Yep.
They're going to keep trying to put all this extreme shit through because they know they do it in the hopes that we're not going to unite. And that's why they always keep us from being united, because they know have massive power in numbers, especially in terms of voting. So scary, dude.
It is scary. Very. I don't know, man.
I just can't believe that they're this like brazen about it. Like, just like, this is
right.
And it's like, dude,
This is bipartisan, right? We agree.
Yes.
This is bringing us together.
That's what was so weird about it. It's like when I saw it was such a it was like a bipartisan agreement. They were agreeing like they've never agreed on a bill before. I'm like, I like something was fishy about that.
You're talking about the TikTok hearings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
when everybody was like, anytime they all agree on anything, they're up to something.
Right.
They don't ever agree on shit.
Correct.
Like, unless it's like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, unless it's like, should we fucking hang? Like, should we put fucking pedophiles in jail? Yeah, everyone's gonna fucking say that. You know what I mean? But this is like a ban on an app that does the exact same thing that every other app does that they own stock in. They all own, dude, all these motherfuckers, almost every single one of those guys who spoke own Meta.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So how is that? How are you not speaking out of turn here? Like, how are you not, using this to advantage, like it's a complete conflict of interest for them
Yeah.
to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Because you're not looking out for our best interest. You're like, oh, well, you know, it's really bad because the Chinese people are going to take your information.
Yeah,
What the fuck are they going to do with it?
Right.
What are you going to do with knowing that I watch videos about fucking mechanics? Like, you know, how to
Right.
fix a fucking brake caliper. You know what I mean? What are you going to do with that information? Try to sell me brake pads? Cool, I need them anyway.
Right.
You know, like, I don't understand what you're going to do. Like, what is so important with about my information?
Like you said, they had no argument in that dude. That, like I said, he could have answered every question with the same. Like, he could have gave every question the same answer. So does Meta.
Right.
So does whatever.
So does Twitter, so does Meta.
So does-
So does Twitter, so does Meta.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I do. So does Twitter, so does Meta. That's all
Yeah.
you have to say about
Yeah.
every single question they ask.
Yeah.
Every single question.
Yeah.
But their huge problem with it is that it's a Chinese company that is the parent company. And that's it.
So you can't own TikTok stock. It's not publicly traded, or
I don't think so, because I know it's not. I know it's not. The parent company is not Digi. I think I kept saying Digibyte last time. It's something else. It's like something.
it's something like that though.
Yeah. Hold on.
I don't-
Oh,
It's good to bother him, folks.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily like, to be honest, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that knowing that we're known enemies with China and there's a company that's owned by the Chinese that is the most pervasive, most addicting maybe product that's ever existed, and it's all through the US. And they're doing like, whatever information they want on us now they have. I don't like that either, but you're right. All of the other companies do the same thing.
Yeah, like-
so it's like you got to ban them all then.
This,
You know?
no, and that's so like, it's called ByteDance, by the way. That's the name of the company.
ByteDance.
So, like I said, like, what are they gonna do? What is like? Okay, I understand the idea that people don't want their data stored by anybody. You know what I mean? And I think if they were to approach it that way, being like, listen, from now on, it is illegal for any company in the U.S. to store data on individuals.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't store their data. It's illegal. It's now whatever it violates, right? So if that, then I would understand, like, all right, well, if this company won't comply, TikTok won't comply, then yes, you can ban it. I would understand it if they went around about it that way, but they're not. They're just like being like, this is the only one we're banning. But it's cool for these guys to do it. You know, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
in a way, I can kind of see how what they're getting at with them being able to use our information against us in a way. Like, I was thinking, like, what the fuck are you gonna do with my information? But if they could feed you more and more shit to kind of like, I could see them giving like anti-government shit, propaganda out there and really pushing it to kind of break down, break everybody down within the country, so they would have to comply with some kind of thing, That's the only thing. But I just don't. These people are so fucking incompetent and think that we're so fucking stupid that they're just gonna do it just to this company, and no one's gonna fucking be like, "Hey, dude, like, you do realize we all know that they're doing it over here too, right?" But it's okay. It's cool
But
because you're using it.
This is
Right.
the only thing we can do about it. Write to your elected officials and fucking let them know.
You can, yeah.
That's the only thing you can do.
You can do that. You can. I mean, the beautiful thing about social media is it's the reason why we know a lot of this shit. Because people are brave enough to get, in front of on the camera, knowing it's going to be shared by, depending on your following. But if something goes viral, even if you don't have a big following, some shit go viral, it could be be seen by millions of people.
Yeah.
So, I know a lot of people don't like to go and express their views like on social media, especially because if you use it for certain things. But it's a strong vehicle, man. Talking about opening your mouth to get loud about how we don't fuck with any of this shit. That's a very effective way to do it. Now, will you pay a price for it? Especially if people don't know that you think that way. Yeah. But what's worse? What price is worse? All these scumbags in Washington thinking that because not enough people are speaking out against it, that we're for it, and then they are able to continue advancing this shit on us. Is that price worse, or is the price you have to pay about maybe losing a fake friend or two that doesn't agree with your beliefs? Which price is worse, really? And I think that's honestly where we are. I think just speak out, however, whether it be the letter, whether it be for the first time getting on social media, or whether it be just talking to other people about it, you know, because the more quiet we are, and the ones that seem to be the most sane, that have the most sense, are usually the most reserved and quiet and won't speak to other people. That silent majority shit has to go out the fucking window. For real, like this is. I can't even believe we're talking about this. Sounds like it would be cool if it was like a fictional book we were talking about.
It sounds like, dude. It sounds like
I know. Like I can't believe I'm saying this and meaning it.
Sounds
for
like
real
an
life. Like this should be like a conversation just for entertainment, but it's like they're really trying to do this shit. Like that's a ministry of communication because the ministry of truth that they tried to do didn't work, and now the Ministry of Secretary of Communication they're going to hire, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
The scariest part about all this is that Ted Kaczynski kind of like wrote about the he pretty much wrote that this is going to happen in his manifesto.
Did he really?
Yeah, the fucking Unabomber wrote that this is what he was trying to fucking stop, even though he's a fucking complete nutbird, like blowing up a bunch of people who had nothing to do with anything.
Right.
But he wrote about it in his manifesto about how technology is gonna like pretty much like
ruin us,
allow the government to fucking completely control us,
dude. Because it's so you can't. I'm sorry, I have like 9 things trying to come out of one mouth at the same time. We need to understand how imperative this is though right now, because guys, if we give up control and the technology is as strong as it is, there's no humanly possible way we get it back.
No.
We can't. They own all that shit. You know what I mean? And then all the biggest companies are in bed with the government anyway. So like, what are you going to do at that point as an individual? Now we're going to fucking speak out when they got all types of drones looking at us that could do who knows what to us. Like, and all that getting together when we're all now realizing how bad it is not going to work. We're going to be fucked. It's going to be like the 15-minute city shit.
I knew the pessimistic would get you.
What do you say?
I said the pessimistic always wins. I said you were like, I know, Will, you're pessimistic. I'm positive. I'm not. I have no hope for this country.
Dude, I don't know.
Like
man.
I'm just existing. Like I seriously do not see a way out. Maybe that's not. It's not my job to see a way out, but
I think it's all of our jobs to try to figure it out. We're all going to suffer from it.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody needs to
I feel like I'm a pretty smart guy. I can't see a way, out of this or getting out of like not owning something and being forced out of ownership and privacy and.
Yeah, here's the problem. A lot of people in this country, because we are so easily controlled, they don't mind it, bro.
Yeah.
They're not going to mind that.
They just want things to be easy.
Yeah, that's all, because that's all they know. Is life is easy.
They're all fucking on Xanax and shit.
Right. Yeah, man. Like like the fucking obesity rate is like almost 50. Do you know how it's 1 out of 2 people is grossly overweight? And there's a whole country of that. Like 300 plus million people. Half of them are obese. Of course we're going to fall for this shit, dude. Because half of us don't want to do shit anyway. Now, another half that's taking care of themselves, that's the only place in existence where there's hope left is within this like group of people like us, where we believe that coming together and fighting this shit is enough. I hope we have enough people that are willing to do that and not wait till it's too late and you want to really start taking up arms and try to have a war against the government and shit. Like,
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's kind of like when people talk about, like, you know, all the guys are like, you would never win against the U.S. military, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you right now, if anything was really unconstitutional, these these soldiers, they're not fighting.
oh,
They're not going to have soldiers.
right. Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And because I've seen several guys
It's true.
on TikTok, like, guys who are in the military say that, and they're like, and our superiors would not fucking give the order. Like, it could come down from whoever in the federal fucking level, like the high up generals who are pretty much politicians at this point and stuff like that. He's like, and coming down from, it's gonna be, and that's gonna be given down from even higher than them.
Right.
He's like, but by the time it gets to
It's not
these
gonna-
guys in the fucking the real soldiers, they ain't fucking doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, we took a fucking oath to the Constitution, not to the president. Never have.
Bro, there you go.
Yep. So
Yeah, man, that's what needs to happen.
Ain't gonna
These
work.
Fucking cops and law enforcement and shit and military. Yeah, man.
just
Like,
to finally be like, this is bullshit.
yeah,
Like, this is insane.
it just
Because it affects them too.
yeah,
You know, it's not like they're one of them.
Yeah.
right. They don't
know?
give a fuck about. They send them to die every year.
Exactly.
Not every year, but like you know what I mean. They send them to die for their own interest. They don't care.
Yeah.
You know how you know how sick you gotta be to know that young kids just trying to do the right thing and fight for their country, 18, 19, 20, just don't even have any idea about the corruption. They just, all they know is country, right? And taking those people with those types of hearts and just killing them just for your own interest. Like the level of psychopath you gotta be. Dude, yeah, it's so there's got to be so many. Like if you were to do a mental, I don't know, some type of mental aptitude test, I bet you half or more of the people high up in government would register as sociopaths or worse.
100%. You have to be.
Like
you can't make it high up levels of government without being a piece of shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's one of the worst things I'm thinking about is like going to war for an interest of something that we just want to have, right? Just because we got to remain in power for this. So, you know, you guys got to get your heads blown off and maimed and, you know, all the other shit that happens to you at war because we have to go in here and get this. And we're going to lie to the public and, you know, make it sound like a better, more noble reason why we're doing it. But you are going to suffer for this. Like, and then just saying, okay, and then going into your fucking steak, you know, go to your steak dinner with your cronies and shit and whatever. Like, it's wild, dude.
It is crazy, and it's even crazier how much they just let them go. Like once you're out of the military,
Oh, yeah, dude.
it's so bad. Like anything medically that happens to you to get coverage, like it's such a hassle. It should be fucking easy. It should be the easiest.
The
fucking
VA is a
thing.
fucking joke.
Isn't that
dude.
insane? How is the fucking VA? Like,
They suffer, man. They
Like, who
suffer.
deserves, like, not that we're lesser, but like, if you were to start a hierarchy on who deserves
free
care
medical
first,
care
yeah,
first.
there's the people who went and literally were risking their lives for the country.
Yeah.
Like,
Getting
they should
shot
go.
at,
They should go
fucking
into a
bombs going off.
hospital. They should walk into a hospital and walk straight to the back, and just have doctors working on them. You know, like
It's so hard.
It's
for them.
it's
a
crazy.
shame. It's a fucking shame.
It's almost like you got penalized for going to war for your country or being willing to fight for them,
We got money for Ukraine, though.
Jesus,
dude.
it comes back.
It
Dude,
does.
I'm saying, man.
No,
'cause
Circle
dude,
that was the
when-
most absurd shit I've ever seen. The way we were sending them billions like that,
Yeah, I'm like,
I could not believe. I was like, if
Where's this money
isn't
coming from?
obvious, right? Where's it coming from? If people aren't looking at this sideways, maybe we are fucked. Because like if you can look at that and they don't even hide it. Yeah, another 20 billion in Ukraine. Yeah. And bro, you have to at least look at the issues that you know that exist in this country and then be looking at them just funneling money off with no problem to a country that's fighting a war that we're not involved in, which of course we are. And you don't look at that and be like, there's got to be something wrong here. I don't know, man. I think there's still a lot of people, they either see it and I think there's a lot of not wanting to believe something that you know is real. I think that's cognitive dissonance. Like if you see something and you know that it's happening, but you just look the other way and you just act as if it's not real. I think there's a lot of that too in this country. Like I think the ideal way that people look at America, if they get introduced or the veil's pulled back and they see something like that completely contradicts what they believe, they'll see it and just be like, nah, and just keep it moving. I think there's a lot of that. I think people have a hard time when their ideals are crushed by a really terrible reality. People have a hard time being
swallowing
able,
it. Yeah, like actually fucking eating, kind of being like shit, man.
Right,
Fuck,
and that is
up.
hard.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do. But like, dude, the price that we could all pay because you just don't want to admit that. Yeah, you feel the way that us that are being outspoken, you feel the exact same way, but you're being quiet because you're embarrassed because you were loud about being the other way. Dude, it's not worth you. Fuck the ego. Will always talk. The ego. It really is like the root of it can work for you if you know how to use it to work for you because you need an ego to achieve things. But past that, you should kill that motherfucker. Like people's ego, dude. It's gonna get us all fucked. Real.
Just understand you're not perfect. That's all you really have to do. You
That's
don't know
right.
everything.
You're
like,
not a deity. You were born as a human. Like we make mistakes every day, all the time.
Everything reminds me of something stupid. Remember Dumb and Dumber? It's like, okay, Mr. Perfect.
I guess you never make a
He
mistake.
just cried. He had that crack in his voice, and he was like, mistake. Like, it was so fucking great.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. Yo.
And then the Crash Test Dummies played in the background.
It was great.
That song sucks.
Dude, speaking of this terrible shit, I had to play that clip. Now this clip,
Oh, Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, you don't have to play. I mean,
How long is it?
it's like 5 minutes.
Really?
It's kind of long, but like at least the first
In
3
Canada,
minutes.
Google attempted to collude with the Ontario government to make the new port development in Toronto into a smart city. And a person I know well who knows more about technological issues and issues of potential technological control probably than anybody I've ever talked to in the world, more or less fought that to a standstill so that Google didn't get their hands on the port development in Canada. And his primary concern was that what Google essentially wanted was all the data that would be generated as a consequence of constant monitoring of.
Your Wi-Fi sucks.
Oh, man. I jump out.
I was like, what happened?
It's me. We can pause it. We'll wave.
Yeah.
Pause it. We'll come in.
Collude with
the
the
power of
Ontario
editing.
government to
just-
make the
it
new
started
port
over.
development in Toronto.
All right, you can
But-
fast forward a little bit.
You get the gist.
Nah, no, it's way worse.
Way worse.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
And wouldn't it be lovely if we had walkable neighborhoods where everything you needed was within
rewind just a
easy
little
reach? And you know,
All right, yeah.
of what's happening in the UK, most particularly in Oxford and Cambridge, in relationship to the 15-minute cities. Now, the 15-minute cities are put forward as a solution to the problem of undue distance to travel. And so the idea is that wouldn't it be lovely if we had walkable neighborhoods where everything you needed was within easy reach? And, you know, I have some sympathy for that because I've gone to monoculture suburbs, let's say, nothing but row upon row upon row of identical houses with no churches and no bars and no community centers and, you know, the shopping centers at a distance, and that doesn't look like an optimal urban model. But I looked into the C40 websites. The C40 is the consortium of municipalities that have signed on to the 15-minute city plan, and I read in their own documentation, this is relevant to the tri-state city idea, that their goals are to reduce caloric consumption to 2,500 calories a day by force, essentially, within the next 15 years, to ensure that the peasant class, which is everybody but the elitists, can't fly more than one time every 3 years, to not merely shift private car ownership from fossil fuel to electric, which is fundamentally impossible because the grid can't handle it, but to eliminate 90% of private car ownership so that people are forced to take, you know, unbelievably expensive in terms of time utilization and non-existent public transportation systems. and to limit the amount of travel that people can do outside of their neighborhoods. And, and then I watch the legacy media claim that pointing that out is something akin to a right-wing conspiracy, which it most certainly isn't, because you can just find the bloody documentation online. And then I look at places like China, which have taken this to an extreme. 600 million closed-circuit TV cameras in China, one for every 1.5 persons watching the Chinese.
Oh,
Damn it.
you get the gist.
Yeah,
That's just scary.
It just gets, what he says gets even worse.
So
but yeah, it's.
That's what I just told you that. Didn't I say it? Remember, you got concentration camps. Like, it's the same thing, but it's not. Like,
Right.
it's not without the
Yeah.
horrifying fucking
Right, it's
way
going to
to
look
do it.
prettier.
Yes.
They'll,
Puts the
and
fucking makeup
I
on
believe they'll even make it like look nice, but your quality of life, dude, once you start living it,
Yeah, but then
it's going to be like, holy shit, this is actually like nightmarish.
it's not going to happen to, you're going to let these generations die off and,
Yeah,
just, train people.
but at
Earlier and earlier.
600 million cameras in China.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, closed circuit camera to monitor. He said you to be able to monitor everything you do wherever you go by your walk. It'll be able to recognize your gait and your facial recognition. Like, they're already doing that shit over there. Like, it's already a thing. You know what I mean? That social credit shit. Like, can you imagine? But this is the shit that the fucking lazy people that just want to be controlled need to hear. Do you want to be controlled to that extent? You can't you can't own a car. You can't, or if you do, you're going to have to be approaching the level of one of the elites in terms of money. And how the fuck you going to make money? Because they'll control your job. There ain't going to be no fucking businesses you own. There's going to be no American dream.
This ain't
You're
right.
going to work. You're going to be in a pod, dude. You know what I mean? Everybody make the same amount of money. So, yeah, you want to be controlled like that? Like, to that level? I don't think you guys want, even the people that want to be controlled, I don't think you want that level of control over you. That's what's fucking coming. They're going to try it. They're going to keep pushing until they see resistance from more and more people. We're the only thing that can stop it is showing up in numbers. Mass, non-conforming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, they run all these tests. Like, the COVID shit was a test to see how easily they could fucking get people to turn against each other or get people to listen to the government. And now this is another one. This new that bill was section what?
S.686.
S.686.
Restrict Act.
That's another one. Like, they're gonna see, okay, we're gonna put this out here. Let's see the reaction.
Mm-hmm.
If there's not big reaction, keep pushing.
That's
That's
so weird.
That's it, dude.
goalpost.
It is weird. It's weird that they even want this.
I know.
It's weird to fucking like put yourself, because I'm not in that headspace. None of us are evil psychopaths that think like that. So it's like, what?
It's because we're broke.
We
Don't get it twisted.
haven't gotten enough money yet.
We're biased. We have
right.
a very specific bias called Poe. It's the Poe bias.
Oh man.
Trying to get that money so I can be that guy.
I got to be the comic relief somehow because
Nah, you're right.
Shit's
Yeah, this
deep
shit
intense.
Dude, this shit. Yeah.
I'm like,
It's so dark.
Like,
Like,
I
I
don't say
can't believe
any-
it's real.
I don't say anything, and I'm just like, it's playing over my mind. I'm like, fuck, this shit's weird.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm telling you, I really can't believe it's a conversation about a real thing. You guys have you familiar with Jack Carr?
Mm-mm.
Okay. He was a SEAL. Now, of course, I was introduced to him through Mr. Rogan, because he's introduced me to a lot of shit in my life. Yeah, but he writes political espionage thriller.
Like Tom Clancy type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Was he the guy who wrote Gray Man?
No, he
That's
wrote.
the other guy?
He
Okay.
wrote because he's had Jack Carr on like 4 times.
Okay.
He started writing in like 2017, and the first book was called The Terminal List, and it was on. It was actually played by Chris Pratt, the main character. James Reese is the main character in this book. Was played by Chris Pratt for a
Movie
series
adaptation, or?
a series on Amazon Prime. for that book, for the Terminal List. That's how big this dude got. He like started writing in 2017. He came out with 5 books, and he's like, all of them are bestsellers. And I read them all. The writing, you would think this dude has been writing his whole life. He must have been talented with this forever and just started to like pursue it after getting out of the military.
He's just telling the true stories.
Right. And he even said, like Joe's asking him, he's like, dude, how much of this shit is true? Bro, it's like you guys will read these books, I swear you're gonna read them. You know how you binge a show? Mm-hmm. You'll start reading these books and you'll just order the next one, the next one, the next one. Like they're the most amazing fiction books I've ever read. No joke. This dude's writing is impeccable.
Fiction.
But yeah, he's even saying like the for one of the books that he wrote, I think it was the last one he wrote. His next one gets released in May, but I think the last one he wrote, they had to limit the information that they were giving him because the information in the book, like about quantum computers, he's saying that he's like, we're not even, we can't even tell you really what these things can do. Jesus. Like it was the
just
most,
look at what AI is doing right now. You fucking,
right. Dude.
What do you think about that? Them asking it to slow down.
Bro, I think it's 100% a good idea.
I think it's too fast already. I think we're already too far gone.
Yeah. It's going to get to the point where we do not know what's real and what's not. And then it's all over.
It's already close.
So yeah, it really is all over.
Because
like when you can't identify anything that's real or not.
Yeah.
And there's a group of people that can, oh, you're completely fucked.
Okay, maybe they were right about TikTok. Let's ban that motherfucker.
Dude.
You guys are right. I'm sorry.
Dude, yeah. Like when you can do these.
Whatever, dude.
These
Hopefully it's like
deepfakes.
the Matrix, you know, and I can just.
Come on, give me something. Optimist.
You know,
I'm in the middle. That's
if
the
it's dude,
pessimist, optimist.
I'm gonna be like what? I'm gonna be like fucking what's his name in the Matrix, where I'm just like, dude, just send me back and make me rich and happy.
With the steak, he just wanted to
I
taste
just want some
steak again.
I just want some steak, maybe a blowjob. You know what I mean? I'll be real happy.
There's some Beyond Steak in my pod, please. Since I can't have the real thing.
Beyond steak.
Can't farm.
Can't farm. Jeez. Wow, this is real stuff. They're really trying to do this. We're living through it. Crazy.
It's fucking weird, bro.
I wonder how many people given that choice.
What's
Like,
that?
You know, you want to eat slop for the rest of your life, or you want to pretend you're eating steak for the rest of your life?
Oh yeah.
What world do you want to live in? You know what I mean? I think if this happens in the next 15 years, I'm gonna take the pill. I'm too old at that point. If it happens now, I can still scrap.
He's like, dude.
What is it? One of our coworkers always says, he goes, I got 30 seconds of fury in me. After that,
It's over.
if the fight lasts longer, I'm done.
But if anybody who's ever got in a ring or just hit a heavy bag, 30 seconds doing something as hard as you can, dude, you know.
It's hard as hell.
Fucking
my
rough,
God.
bro.
I remember the first time I did that, like, just swung at a heavy bag with everything I had for 30 seconds. I thought my heart was gonna shoot out of my chest.
Yeah, man. That's why
That was crazy.
sprints
People
are
slow
so
down real fast.
Huh?
Adrenaline dumps are real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
get
people
super
swear they're
amped.
gonna. Yeah, that's where they're gonna like be able to rely on that if something goes down. The people that aren't in shape.
I see red, bro.
Yeah, you know what that red's gonna be.
I see red, man. I just see red, and I black the fuck out, bro.
Yeah,
I just black out. Let's go at it.
it's because you're leaking. That's your blood, dumbass.
Oh, man.
You're crazy.
I see red.
Yo, I just see red and black out. Like, I use colors. I black out. I don't even remember what I
I see
did.
red and I black out.
Dude, there was a fucking really, like, crazy girl fight. God damn it. What time is it?
Wave
49-32.
Wave again.
I'm going to write that down. 49-32. So, I'll know it.
Where was this guy?
Where we work.
Yeah, at work, there was a really crazy girl fight.
Yeah.
On
Damn, titties.
Friday night going into Saturday. Yeah, Titty came out.
I left early.
It was,
Well, relatively.
I tell you, and I'm like, dude, I'm so glad that it was 2 girls, because if that was 2 guys, that would have been really bad.
Because it was long.
It was long.
Was it 6 minutes?
It wasn't 6 minutes. It wasn't 6 minutes.
Wait.
there would have been
Our
980
our
people
security
dead.
response time is better than the national average of police. Just saying.
It was faster than 6 minutes.
So it took them a while to get
I would
through.
say I would say 45 seconds to a minute to get there.
Wow.
And it was just
Dude,
continuing and continuing and
Nonstop,
getting worse
yeah.
and getting worse and getting worse.
Oh, because one was getting crushed, or
It was kind of back and forth for a minute,
okay.
and then the one girl got the other girl by the throat and had her up against the couches, and just had her pinned down and was bomb. But I'm like watching these punches, I'm like, they ain't doing nothing. Those punches ain't doing nothing. I'm like, this is the worst punching I've ever
was it
seen.
like hammer punches, or was it?
No, it was like this,
Yeah.
like knocking on a fucking door. The fuck are you doing? Like if someone actually knew how to fight in that fucking situation, it could have been bad.
I'm so glad I made you do that. Show me how.
like knocking on the door. What are those punches doing?
Everything about it, stupid. It's like, why would you do that?
Well, that's what you said. Like, if it was dudes, it could have been worse.
It
Because
would've
I've
been
seen
real bad.
that like
Real bad.
advantage
Yeah.
take over
Yeah.
really fast.
Oh, dude.
And luckily they get there pretty fast. But I've seen like, you know, big dudes get on top of like you know what I mean, somebody and
bro.
about to fucking go crazy.
You end somebody quick like that, man.
Dude, it's crazy. But yeah, I've seen some shit in there. It's rough.
I gotta put down the timestamp for 9 minutes.
Public fights are fucking scary, bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Like
You
being
don't
out
know
on the
what's gonna
street.
happen.
Yeah, like
You know what I
it's no
Like, remember
it's
that-
no rule. It's anything.
Remember
Like
that comedian? He was like, nobody tells you. He was I can't remember. I hate that I can't remember these comedians' names, but he's like, nobody tells you that karate only works if the other person knows karate. It was the greatest joke. It was like the greatest thing I always knew. You kind of like suspected. You're like, yeah, it kind of helps you, but
it's funny.
You ever
if
see
somebody's fucking going crazy on you, like,
Yeah, dude.
fucking.
Did you ever
Let's
see
show
the
you.
video of that fucking kid? And who like he's getting like this dude trying to fucking fight him, and they're all fucking like squaring up on each other, and he just starts looking around, and then he just gets into this deep like karate pose.
Yes,
and he's
he
like,
knocks the shit out of that dude, though, right?
yeah, he beats the shit out, and he starts going to him like in this weird like jumping. I'm like, the fuck is he doing, dude? That is hilarious because even the dude is just like, what the fuck?
And he gets knocked the fuck out.
Oh, the other dude gets knocked the fuck out. I was like,
Damn.
damn, he thought
You gotta
about
understand.
not taking that
I
smoke.
mean, you learn how to
Yeah.
throw a punch and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, for sure.
But I just think it's funny because, you know, karate's like a lot of like, you know, uniformity,
Yeah.
katas and stuff like that.
Looks like more performance.
But it helps. I mean,
looks
it
like
helps
it.
you to throw a punch, throw a kick, like learn how
Yeah.
to fuck. I mean, but he was like, it only works if the other person knows karate.
So
That
great.
shit was
That is
the
hilarious.
greatest. So stupid, but it's so funny, man.
Yeah, dude, you
Is
could
it- but
hit
yeah,
somebody,
but public fight-
somebody in
anything.
the head or something, or
They
you knock
fall
them out, they hit
over,
the head,
change your life, man.
traumatic brain injury, or kill them, or like.
I don't know.
It's funny because you don't like if you get into a fight. If you are on the street and you get into a fight, like you've never seen this person before, right? And something happens, and whatever the interaction is, and like 15, 20 seconds later, you're in a fight. You're probably not angry enough that you want to kill the person.
No.
You just want to win the fight.
Yeah, get it over with. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's scary about like being out on the street and getting into it. Obviously, there's no fucking rules. It's like whoever's
No.
you do whatever you do to win or survive, depending on how bad it is. And you could legitimately do somebody permanent damage. I mean, you're just like, I was just trying to defend myself, bro. I don't even know this person.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill this person.
Yeah.
You know, I might want to do something to you because
there's
you might have
always-
been disrespectful,
But
but like,
there's always that one guy wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah. What's his name? Who's the guy who played Shane in Walking Dead? John Barenthal. Is it Barenthal?
Barenthal?
Barenthal.
Yeah.
He told a story. Actually, he said that.
On
Yeah, you
Rogan?
told
Yeah,
us,
on Rogan.
yeah.
Yeah. And it was really good. It was about him getting into a fucking street fight. It was pretty much what made him like be like, all right, that's it. I gotta get my life together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, some dude was fucking with his dog, and he dosed this dude up, and
Yeah.
like the dude didn't wake up
Yeah. He's
like for a long time.
that's what he's like.
Right.
He's like, he goes, things are gonna get way worse for you if this guy doesn't wake up.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it was
It's like, all right, now you got a simple assault, or you probably got aggravated assault because the guy is unconscious. So
Yeah,
hit
you
with
get that
Yeah,
automatically.
dude, like-
In New Jersey too, right? You get that
Yeah,
automatically.
100%. Anytime there's any kind of like,
But even if
Get
you
real
get
damage done.
even if you get
Yeah.
swung on first, you hit somebody, knock them out.
Yeah,
it's
you're
aggravated.
automatically.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
Aggravated
dude,
assault.
if you can avoid a fight, because people that are like, I don't know, unsophisticated, low frequency cornball motherfuckers, will think, oh, yeah, you being a bitch, you're trying to avoid a fight. You know how dumb you are? Because even if you win, dude, like you said, there's laws and shit. Like, we don't live in a third world country. You can't go fucking kill somebody by accident and just be like, oh, shit, like, we got to go get rid of this motherfucker.
Well, in Texas, they have like a, what's it called? Like a consensual combat law. Seriously.
We're taking it back to the first podcast.
You can be in the street of Austin in Texas, or wherever, in Texas. You can be in the streets, and two dudes fucking can square the fuck up and tell the cop, like, yo, we're both in on this. We want to fight each other. And the cop's like, all right, cool.
So, okay.
But you can't, obviously, you can't.
I was about to say, so what if it results in some real...
That's the thing, is if it results in something really bad happening...
You still want to get charged.
You could probably still get charged. You know what I mean? But if it's just like a fucking fight, like, neither one of you guys going to get charged with anything. It's just like bang, 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 boom, it's over with.
That's actually pretty cool,
Yeah.
yo.
Street justice.
I would love to look up everything about the law to see how it all applies. 'Cause I think if you kill somebody in the street, it's still going to be a problem.
Yeah, of course.
They're not going to be like, oh, well, we agreed.
But that's another
Right,
thing that can happen
right.
now. If somebody, like you said, somebody falls and hits their head and fucking dies, like,
Right.
you never fucking know.
Yeah,
You're involuntary manslaughter. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're at the end.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not sure. We should probably look this up. But I'm thinking if you knock somebody the fuck out in this fight, you're probably not getting charged with aggravated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're probably not getting charged with anything as long as the dude wakes up and
Right.
Everything's cool.
Everything's cool. He doesn't die 3 days later or whatever.
Jesus.
You know?
Imagine having a 3-day waiting period.
God, whatever it is.
I know it's horrible.
What's the grace period?
What's the grace period on
On fights.
potentially
On fights and comas.
unintentional knockout death, delayed knockout death syndrome?
Like, what if he's still in a coma? I didn't technically kill him.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. No, that shit's crazy,
Dude,
man. Like,
vegetables,
it ain't worth it. Fighting nobody.
There's fighters that remember that guy that got hit, kept getting hit in the back of his head. It was like rabbit punches in the back of his head.
Oh, yeah.
And now he can't talk. He's like, had to relearn how to walk and shit. Like,
Yep.
he can't walk still. Like, it's crazy the shit that it did to him. You should see this. The
What's
change.
his name?
I forget his name too.
Okay.
It's
Look it up.
It's something Spanish. I don't know. I don't want to attempt it, but he's a Spanish dude.
Yeah.
I'll look it up for you.
No.
Aguacate.
Harness.
Look at this albondiga. The best thing ever.
Yo, they really do sound like something
curse
sinister.
words.
Yeah.
It does.
It was funny, dude. That like when they make these stupid like fucking associations and shit. It's just fucking funny. Like the creative shit that people come up with. Is
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude.
To think about shit like that, but I'm bad at names. I don't know this dude's name, but he got fucked up with just rabbit punches the whole
That's
fight. That he kept
crazy.
complaining about it. Like that night, he goes to the hospital and then he just slips into a coma and he wakes up and he's all fucked up.
Yep.
Do you know how wild of a human you have to be to purposely go into a career of combat? Like, you know how crazy, like, to get hit in the face, right? Get punched in the face, know how that feels, and then like, imagine you say I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to this.
I think it's more than that physical harm, though. It's like you're challenging yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Because
You're
there's
fucking-
nothing more challenging than like,
Yes, not knowing that not knowing what this guy that I'm about to fucking fight is
yeah,
capable of.
like what's more challenging, right? Than something you enter.
It tells you a lot
into.
about yourself. I bet you that.
Right.
Yeah,
Something
guarantee
you
that shit.
enter into where it's just you, right? Everything is dependent on you. It's not a teammate or anything. And not only that, it could be your demise if you lose.
Yeah.
Like there's a possibility if you lose, you'll die. Like I don't know that's it's a wild thing, man, to go do that for a living. Like most 99% of human beings avoid any type of fight or any type of
But I
confrontation.
bet they don't think like that at all.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
They're-
last thing on their
They're
fucking
different,
mind.
bro.
Yeah.
Like that's a different breed of a person, man.
They welcome it.
They're prepared to die.
That's why so many of them came from like
They
a
made
lot
peace
of them
with it.
came from rough backgrounds.
Oh, dude,
you know what I mean?
Like you have to fight.
no
for everything.
violence.
Yeah, you got to fight for everything.
Right.
Fucking.
Like I could do this.
Oh, you mean just live? Cool. I'm just out here living out here. I'll get more money.
Oh, we have more money for living.
I get more
Sick.
money for living. All right. This is easy. Stress of a mortgage.
Yeah.
Man.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, and few of them, it's, some of them do it right. Like Khabib did it kind of right, man. He got in, made a shit ton of money, got the fuck out before he took any real damage. And I think that's like kind of like I think that it needs to be talked about more because like some of these guys, man, they're fucking gonna be punch drunk. They'll be all fucked up when they're older.
Well, look at Nick Diaz.
Oh, dude, he can hardly.
I meant Nate Diaz.
Nick's even worse. Nick can't even talk like at the time. Like he starts talking like if you watch interviews with him from like 15 years ago, to now,
he's like way sharper back then,
bro. It's like the way he talk, like he's like kind of like slurring his words, like mumbling a little bit. I'm like, Jesus,
it's a shame, man.
It's a shame.
Nate always kind of like talk. Yeah, he was always like kind of like
lazy talk.
Yeah, like man, well, fuck you. Man.
Yeah.
I'll fuck this guy up. Slap the shit out of that pussy,
dude. So good.
He's the fucking best, dude.
He is the best.
He's like, this dude's over here playing touch butt in the park with some guy.
Touch butt.
Talking about McGregor. Oh, yeah, so great.
Touch butt. That's a wild dude. Like he don't give a fuck about who, what, where. He gonna say what he feels. And it's whatever on site if that's what it's got to be. Yeah. Like he actually wants it to be like that.
Dude, he tried fighting Donald Cerrone in the fucking airport.
Who's that, Connor?
No, fucking
Nate
Diaz.
Oh,
yeah,
he's like, dude, these dudes are the craziest motherfuckers.
Right.
It was either Cerrone or Robbie Lawler, I forget. I think it was Cerrone.
Okay.
But like, yeah, he's like, dude, these dudes are fucking crazy. He's like, bro, I ran into these motherfuckers. He's like, we were bullshitting, like talking about something, like we had a fight coming up. This motherfucker wanted to fight me in the airport. He didn't even want to get to the fight. He saw me at the airport and fucking just straight up came at me. He's like, these dudes are.
Imagine he go out to shake his hand. You're like, hey, yeah,
slap the shit out of you.
It's fucking.
Hey, let's have a great fight.
Just attacks you.
Smack the shit out of you. He's like, these dudes just want to fight. They love fighting. They don't give a shit. But that's what they did, man. That's how they grew up.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's all they know.
Do you ever hear Evander Holyfield talk?
Oh yeah.
Not good.
Bro, that one, man. It's a shame too. I watched a story on him. It was like a little documentary, also like a reality show. It was where A-Rod, because he's like, I don't know if you guys know how successful he is outside of baseball.
Oh yeah,
he's
a billionaire.
he's
And he banged all those chicks.
That's the real success. Fuck all the money.
And he banged all those chicks.
Dude, he banged the shitty ones, dude. He took like Madonna and
Oh,
J-Lo.
Yeah.
You can have them.
Dude, did you? I saw this meme that it was a picture of Madonna now and Roseanne Barr now, and they were like, "In what world would I ever say that Roseanne Barr is way more attractive than Madonna?"
Bro,
Dude,
she's scary looking.
She looks like what's the thing off of Saw?
Oh, the fucking clown thing
Yeah,
that rides
Jigsaw.
the
Jigsaw.
Yeah.
She looks like
Oh
Jigsaw.
my God,
Yeah.
yes.
Dude,
She looks
terrifying.
terrible.
That's when plastic surgery goes wrong. When trying to
You gotta age.
Still
gracefully.
looking young.
ready for some controversy. Bro.
Can't make any expressions, man.
yeah.
I can understand doing Botox and all that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
okay,
like
you
a
kind
little
of
bit.
ease into it,
Right,
But don't
right.
fillers and
Age
fucking
gracefully, people. Age
Yeah, but
gracefully.
you know what I mean though? Like
That's it.
fillers and pulling your skin.
Let it happen.
Yeah.
That shit's too much. But she looks crazy.
She looks crazy.
But he's
as
like,
hell,
in
bro.
what world?
That's such a great yes, because like who would have ever thought, in about 25, 30 years,
It's like
Roseanne gonna be it over Madonna, dude. Like,
he's like, in what world?
yeah, yeah. Like, what planet is that ever?
Dude,
Right
that's
on
where
Earth.
It just makes sense.
It does. It just goes along. It goes along with just the world in general.
That's what I'm saying. It
Just
just
everything's
makes sense.
falling apart. Like nothing makes sense. Everything
She's
looks
losing
like
her fucking
shit.
mind, dude. Because I don't know if you've heard anything about it, but she scheduled a another concert date in Nashville to support the
Madonna?
trans rights
Madonna?
in Nashville. I'm like, dude,
I saw that.
this is work. Like, I'm like, stop
Three
doing
kids.
this. Shit.
Do you know 3 kids? You know three kids got murdered. But
It's not the place to do it.
Yeah, like you're gonna after a trans shooter just killed 3 kids and 3 adults. Not that the adults' lives don't matter. Like, and then you do a benefit concert in Nashville. I heard about this too yesterday.
Yeah. Her reason is
It's
Support
just
the
in bad
trans
taste.
What?
It's in bad taste.
Bad
way
taste,
to do it.
exactly.
That's all.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, like
But her
you
reason
can support
was
what you want to support, but
it was in protest to the new there's like a drag law now. Like there's a drag law, it can't be in any public forum where there's children. So you can't have a drag show in any public forum where there are children. How is that
Fair.
even? I don't understand how that's a problem.
yeah. I don't,
Do it if you want to do it, dude. You can't. That's like a fucking. That would be like a. And like I know I'm reaching a little bit, but some people don't want their kids exposed to this type of shit. Okay,
Right.
so just respect that. Do it in private in places. You can still do it. No one's saying you can't fucking do it. Just don't do it. You just have to do it in private. And why is it in public places anyway?
Yeah. Why?
Why does it need to be
I
in
don't-
public?
Yeah.
I just don't get that. Like that's my like.
That's where it seems like where people get mad because it seems like it's being forced.
Yes.
It's like that's where we're bothered because we don't have a problem, and this is what they always try to conflate on purpose or confuse, is to make people like us that don't have a problem with anybody wanting to be whatever the fuck they want to be. But if I'm not forcing a belief of mine on you or the way I am and saying you have to just accept this and putting it in your face, why does it have to be that way with this?
Yeah.
That's it.
And whether people want to accept it or not, drag shows are sexual.
Dude,
100%.
if anybody tries to say that's not,
That's their argument is that it has nothing to do with sex. It's not a sexual thing.
That's a
Like,
lie.
yeah.
I love Drag Race. Like me and Jess watch. Me and my wife watch Drag Race constantly, and that's
It's all sexual.
It's all sexual. That's the funniest part. Like those inappropriate jokes. Those they do those dick innuendos constantly.
Right.
Yes.
Let
And
that shit
that's-
be for adults.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's what makes drag shows great, and what also gives people with children the right to fucking not have that. It's like don't curse around my kid. It's the
Yeah.
same shit. Like
Right. I don't believe in that.
exactly,
Right.
but you're shoving this shit down people's throats, and you don't expect any pushback. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
you're a bigot.
Yeah,
Fuck, I don't care what you
I don't
do.
care what you do. I don't care what you think about me. But there's shit that shouldn't be in front of children.
And you want public funds to fund this? Like that?
Yeah, like-
you can't you can't do that with religion. You can't do it with other ideologies.
No,
So why is it okay for you to do it?
because they keep pushing the envelope, man. I'm telling you.
They're trying to just like, dude, I don't see how regular women aren't like furious at all.
I think most of them are, but
Yeah,
they're
they're being
they
quiet,
don't say
bro.
anything,
They're doing
yeah.
it.
they don't want to
shit.
sound like a
They're
Karen,
being quiet, right?
especially them white bitches.
Fucking yeah. Sorry, Karen. You gotta speak up about this shit though. Goddamn, this shit is it's unreal. Like you're literally completely trying to decimate the entire like species of woman. Like everything is like, oh no, a trans woman is.
And-
There's no difference. It's like what the fuck?
And by not doing it in public, you mean it should be like just in people that are invited, like tickets to
Yeah,
concerts.
you
go
should
to
be able
buy
to
a
buy
ticket.
tickets for it.
Do it in
Yeah.
a bar where there's no children. Like,
Exactly. Or
Yeah,
dude, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, and dude, if you're a parent and you want your kids around that shit, you're raising that kid.
Yeah, you right.
I don't
That's
got
on
fucking
you.
whatever. That's your fucking kid, man. You decide how you want to educate your child.
Yep,
Okay?
yep.
That's it. Not the government, not fucking someone else. You're the one who educates that child.
Yep.
Okay? However you want to do it. But like I said, this shouldn't be like a normal thing that happens to kids whose parents don't want that shit around their kids. It works both ways. You can't have it,
Yeah.
you can't have it
your
one way,
own
not the other.
argument is like I said, you want to be exclusively inclusive, which is fucking
Exactly.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. Doesn't make sense, huh?
I want some of this cheese over here.
Give him the far cheese.
Give him the far cheese.
The close cheese is good. That shit is good. That
Yeah,
Vermont,
man.
whatever, double aged.
It's weird, dude. It's just all
I'm
this.
trying to give you guys soft snacks.
No crunching.
So
No
you
no
don't-
ASMR crunching this week. Sorry, guys.
It's not crunching.
Sounds so good. Our audio is so nice.
Yeah. But our audio is good. I'm so glad that we did this.
Yeah.
We got better lighting.
It's nice.
Now we need a better set.
Right.
We're all set. You know?
We're all
And
set.
guess what? With the new set, Tom's not going anywhere. So don't worry.
Tom's here.
Tom's here to stay. All right? This is the best, worst movie for bartenders to watch. And that's why we love it. It's awesomely bad.
Where he rains.
That where he
No,
pours.
where he pours.
Where he pours, he rains, and that's where we get the Pouring Rain podcast. That's what I'm saying, man.
Well,
Great movie.
We're about an hour and 10 minutes in.
That's it, man.
We're good.
We're good to
A
go.
lot of shit today.
yeah.
I had a couple other things, but
It was exhausting.
we're talking too much serious shit. We need to talk about funnier stuff.
Yeah. Any funny bar stories?
No,
I just had that fucking crazy fight, man.
Oh yeah. That's
Crazy fight.
wild.
That took the that kind of. I forgot about everything else after that.
kind of eases you out of it.
Was it in
you
the
know what I mean?
beginning of the night?
No, it was like towards the end.
Oh, oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of woke me up a little.
When that happens, they clear out the bar, and you know what I mean. You're kind of like, oh, all right, I'm ready to go.
Most of the people stayed.
Really?
Honestly, dude, I'm surprised you haven't seen like a video of it because a lot of people were recording it.
Filming it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, what a wild.
Crazy world, man.
So
He said, I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
there was probably 5 or 6 phones out, just like
Jesus. Girl
Dude,
fight.
it's so crazy.
Titties
to be
came
so
out.
Like
Ass
the
came out.
shamelessness. Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot.
Like
Dude.
I couldn't even bring myself to be like, oh shit.
I should be recording this.
Like I would feel.
I'm
so
gonna watch, but
gross
it's gonna
and
be for me.
Yeah.
I don't want this 100% in here. I want to be present.
Right.
I want to be mindful, and I want to know what's
Dude.
going on.
It's just such
You
a
said I wouldn't have the wherewithal to
gross
pull out my
thing.
phone.
One of the
and fucking-
literally one of the dudes whose girlfriend was involved was recording it.
he shouldn't be her.
He probably
girlfriend
likes that
anymore.
shit. That's why.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. He might not have been with one of them,
Right.
but he was with the group.
Okay.
Oh,
Still,
okay,
you
so
Yeah,
still.
he was with the
bitch
group of girls.
ass dude, yo.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I was like, dude, you have a video of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, yo.
Evidence.
But
Yo, I saw this fight last night, bro. Yo, yeah, I recorded it. I'll just walk out. My friend said, my boy told me that. Like, what?
you pulled your phone out. Thanks for the help.
He's like, in case you go to court, you know, you have video evidence. Gotta record evidence.
World's full of bitches.
It didn't happen if I can't post it.
Yeah. Clout for over everything, I guess. I guess that's where we are.
Well,
guys.
that's how we prove this conversation happened. It's hard to find funny shit when all you guys talk about is the fucking world ending. And
You're the
I like that
most.
Kenny's like, I'm in the middle. I'm pessimistic because of you, motherfucker. Like like you see how quiet I get? Well, I don't really follow this
Yeah, it's so
politics
funny.
stuff. You know what I mean? I get real quiet and I'm like
He's like, I don't have anything good to add.
this is my brain. Easily, like just fucking wheeling out of this
He's
room.
like, yeah, because I think it's all gonna burn.
That's why. But it's like, fuck, really? Is this happening? Like, I don't know, man.
You want to talk
Dude,
about
it's all more like we keep getting more fucked up updates about what's
But it's
going
true.
on.
Every week, something fucking crazier happens.
Yeah, I would love
Like, I
to
would
talk
never-
about the good shit
Like
that's
you,
happening.
like we always remember how we were talking about crypto in the beginning. And we were talking about how you're like it doesn't surprise me,
but
but it
get
does
upset. Yeah.
surprise me,
Still
and
get
it's
upset.
like, and you want to say I'm not surprised, but it's like fuck again. They did that. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck?
Well, that's
how do they even think to do this?
It's to the point now where like if it were to come out that there really is like a secret island where fucking people the region.
Tim Dillon though, he was like, "Do you think there's a second island?" And he goes, "Hell yeah!" With a big ass fucking slide, where it slides them right into the fucking furnace. Like slides the kids slide right into the furnace.
Jesus.
We're like, "Holy shit!"
True.
He was on Rogan,
Dude.
and it was hilarious. But he was like, "Yeah, with a big ass fucking slide." He said it right away.
into the furnace.
They slide right into the furnace this time. Like, there's no evidence.
My God,
I'm saying.
dude.
Crazy,
As crazy as the world is,
dude.
if there was an island where they did end them because no evidence, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be surprised if that was happening either.
Like, is anyone surprised that that Ghislaine, whatever it's like, Ghislaine,
Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell's fucking list never got released? Are you
Yeah.
surprised?
Oh yeah, right.
A judge sealed it.
I don't,
The only person
Because
it would-
who's been trafficked,
because it would
sex
ruin the
trafficked,
world.
No one. Yeah,
the world would burn with that list, dude.
Jizz.
I think that was Just out of nowhere.
Jizz Lane's Jizz List.
That
real.
is so bad.
It's fucking bad. And like you said, you're like, in what world we thought that was true?
That would be
And
the
it
thing.
Fucking came out true.
That would be
Like,
the
why?
thing.
What makes you think there's only one?
Dude.
Oh, we took the only island down. That's
Yeah.
right.
No,
You
you're
know
right.
what I'm saying?
That
like no.
that would be the
fucking
thing.
way.
The world would be set ablaze. I think that's where
Yeah.
everybody, even the motherfuckers that are quiet, would draw the line if they knew like so many people
Yeah.
that are like famous or they look up to, or people that you
Yeah.
know they're elected officials or whatever were into that shit. I don't know, man. I kind of would want to see what would happen.
You know what would happen? The world would fucking burn.
Maybe
Yeah.
it needs it, bro. I don't know.
Be like a
It'd be bad.
cleanse.
It'd be real bad.
Be like a cleanse.
Yeah, like you imagine, man.
I want to die in season 1.
Yeah, easy, quick.
I want to be that first episode guy. Take me out when people are just starting to realize what's happening. Like fuck.
I want to be the first episode.
I want to be the first episode. Why is everybody running? Like you already know.
Drake said it best. I want a quick death and an easy one.
Yo, for real, man.
Oh man.
Fuck that. Like, you wonder, like, what to survive for? Like, you know, you see the drive. You see the drive in people in The Walking Dead. Like, the will to live is unbelievable.
It really is.
Yeah.
But for what?
But for what? Yeah. So you can stink all the time?
What are the fucking?
That's all I could ever think about is how much they must have
Oh
stunk.
my God,
Like when
yeah.
they were doing it and shit. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
you can't
bro.
wash your face.
They probably smell so fucking bad.
Oh God, yeah. No, yeah, you ain't clean. Or are you cleaning? You're not cleaning.
That's when your
Seriously.
priorities are.
Imagine if you couldn't wash your balls.
dude for
for-
like 2 weeks.
Dude,
how
I
about
could take
2
a shower.
months?
I could take a shower and walk down the steps and my balls stink. by
happens so
by
fast.
the time I get to the foyer, it's like holy shit. Fuck that,
Dude, that is wild to think about. That, 'cause I was watching The Last of Us. You guys watched that?
I watched
watched it yet,
It
no.
was pretty great.
It's good?
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm watching it and I'm like, I wonder if the human spirit would really be the strong. You know what I mean? I think
Like
it
the
would.
will to live?
I think it
it
I
would.
think we don't even have a choice in that. I think it's
you
in us,
revert,
dude. Like,
you revert to some kind of instinctual fucking
yeah,
way to
right.
live.
We go to the point where literally
Self-preservation.
almost everybody on Earth was killed, and there's just like pods of people that built these survivor communities in different
Mm-hmm.
parts of the world, right? I believe what we're born with, because we're born with an urge to reproduce,
Okay.
to keep the Earth, what it is, to keep
So you
our
think
species
that
alive.
that will to live and survive and
I think it would be kind of like that. I think people
trying to
would be
save,
trying
save
'cause-
yourself for the
'cause-
fucking-
yeah, because if you look like in the beginning, you know, they probably had to think, all right, well, if we stay alive, the next generation stay alive, and the world will just
Continue.
become better. You're right.
Right,
It'll
yeah.
get improve.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. It makes me. I always wonder that. I'm like, wow, imagine like doing all this. Like, I'm surprised most people don't just blow their own heads off. Like they kill themselves. Because you're like, what's the point in this?
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. But I don't really want to know. I don't want to be in that situation, dude. Like I don't know, being in that like Walking Dead type situation. Like, it's like how hard do you fight?
It'd be cool for like a week. You're like, oh, let's go hunting. Like, this is kind of fun. Like, these weirdos are over here. You got to stab them in the head. This might be cool.
I know you, Scott. You wouldn't be able to sleep.
No.
Scott would be fucking.
Hell no.
Nah, how could you?
No, how could you with the fucking constant threat of something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the people are just as bad as the fucking
Right.
zombies if
Yeah.
if that's the collapse. Because I think we're just like the collapse will probably be financial, or you know, like what if somebody does unseal that list, and what if you fucking.
Yeah.
That's when we got to get together and fucking. Call
I would
for
like
the
an
heads.
asteroid. that would be my choice. Like one of the
That's
fucking
fast.
massive ones.
We hope you're close enough where it's fast.
Yeah, I would like to be grounded right under it.
Yeah, I don't want the
I would
after
like.
effect.
I would. Like,
I don't want to
what is
grow an
that?
arm out of the back of my head first, and then fucking.
I would want the rock to impact me. Actually,
Yeah.
You just be completely obliterated. You wouldn't feel a fucking thing.
Yeah, I want all our
Like, I
family
don't even
right
wanna
there
get-
too, dude.
exactly,
Like, so
like,
yeah,
I wouldn't even walk to the beach if there was like a tsunami, you know, like a killer tsunami that would kill everybody. I don't want to. The fuck now I still gotta drown. Like fuck,
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I'm not gonna voluntarily like. You know what I mean?
What was the movie? Deep Impact.
Deep Impact when they're on the
When he's-
beach
He's
like
standing,
that.
he's standing there with
Yeah,
his
hugging.
Her dad. Yeah. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
They get
That's what I'm
murked
saying.
by
Like,
that
now
wave.
you-
Did you guys see that movie? Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was great.
That's what I would want to be with
Oh,
all
of
my
course.
family in the impact zone. Because the further you are away from the impact zone is where the more torturous deaths happen.
How great was like the president though? Like being such a fucking tool and not wanting to like understand the
Dude.
severity of the situation
Oh my
and
God.
shit. Like they were like smarter than the physicists.
Right.
It was great. Like remember seeking a friend for the end of the world?
Yeah. No,
You ever watch
wait.
that?
No,
You
never watched that?
I
No.
did not.
That's a movie with Steve Carell, and it's
Oh,
like the
shit.
same thing.
Okay.
But what they did was they announced that shit. Like they were like,
Oh,
yeah, the world's gonna end in you have 2 weeks. You know what I mean? There's
Could
nothing.
you imagine?
There's nothing we can do. There's an
It'd be
asteroid the size of.
lawlessness.
Dude,
Like,
I'd
just
be so
complete-
if that happened. Like, imagine if that happened. If they like released some news like that here, then I'd be like so scared to just look out the window.
Dude, it'd be like
You wouldn't even be able to make it home, bro.
No.
You just get murdered or something like like.
Yo,
All the people that would want to do, because think about all the fucking crazy people that just want to kill people or like
yeah, like people that wrote The Purge.
actual actual
It's a
psychopaths
real, it has
that
to be a
just
real fucking
they
thing.
hate that they have to fucking obey the law. They're all like, fuck it, oh, bro, oh my god, dude. You got a bunker for real.
What's
dude.
funny is they were trying to drive to get to family kind of thing, right? Because what happened was they were what's great is in the beginning they're announcing that this is happening and they're on the radio and it's like Steve Carell with his wife and they pull up to like he's like this and he like pulls up to a stop sign and she just opens the car door and runs up the hill. He's like, honey, like basically she just left him for like they were like
imagine?
in a shitty marriage, like.
That's so awesome.
Oh my god. This
The
is like,
first thing
fuck
she
it.
did was fucking bail, in the
Bail on him.
car.
That's so great.
It was so funny, and then he was with the other lady, and they're driving by Bennigan's, and it was like it looked open, and they were like, "What the fuck is this place open?" It was open, and of course, a bunch of comedians they're like, "Yeah, we love it here," because it was called shenanigans or something. You know what I mean? They're like, "Yeah, we love it here." It was like waiting. It was like the. It's like everybody from Waiting was there. They didn't have, they prefer to be nowhere else. So they like still had food. They like we can't believe there was no bill. Like
Was someone serving them?
That's actually
that's what I'm
hilarious,
saying.
bro.
The crew loved the job so much. They stayed on.
I gotta watch this.
Because there's no,
Yeah, that oh my
little
god.
that little part of that movie was so fucking funny to me. They were like,
This place is open?
they were like, we don't want to be anywhere else.
I'm telling you right now, our
Like the
bar would not
green-
be open.
No, of course not. He had the little green apron on. He still had his uniform. It was great.
Oh my god.
It was great. You know the comedian too. He's the guy that you know Deadpool's partner.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. I forget his name, but I don't know. But yeah, we might as well wrap it up. B.